What is up, everybody? Merida Gaming here. We're back for another World of Tanks Tech 3 Tank Showcase and Review. Today we're taking a look at the Tier 10 German Super Heavy Tank, the Mouse. That's right, the big beefy boy. This thing has one of the highest, if not the highest, HP pools in the game, and some pretty good armor as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the armor profile. So as you can see here, very similar to the two previous tanks in this line. Your cheeks are a little bit weak, although you have to have quite a bit of pin to go through that. Same thing with the lower plate. As long as you angle a little bit, this thing gets very difficult to go through. Even on the cheeks, it's very difficult. A lot of people end up having to load gold rounds. So same thing goes as with the previous two tanks. You got to shoot and then get yourself your turret at a 45-degree angle or a little bit more to basically make yourself impenetrable. Yeah, look at that. You need 390, 290 right there. That's your weak spot. Actually, the other weak spot is right there. As long as you're properly side scraping, yeah, there's not going to be much that can really go through you. Main thing is you're very slow, and yeah, very weak back here. Anyway, let's go ahead. Oh, and if we load the gold rounds, which is the 340 that you would see on a lot of the German, or not the German, the Russian tanks. Yeah, upper plate, all you have to do, angle. That's all this tank is, angle. Yeah, so you just got to make sure you shoot like you're doing there, and then angle. That's it. All you got to do with this tank. And the nice thing is, without a cupola, as compared to the previous two tanks, you can side scrape on either side. So yeah, go ahead and get over the comparison. So we have the other German heavy tank at this tier, the super heavy, the E100. This is actually preferred, and I'll explain why in a little bit. You have the 60 TP, which is the other pseudo super heavy, the Master of Armor, the AMX M454, and the other rear turreted, because the Mouse is technically a rear turreted tank, 705A. So DPM, yeah, kind of the lowest tier except for the 705. But the main thing for that one is because of the reload time. You have a really good reload time, so you can get a lot of rounds out. But you have the same gun as you did on the previous tank with only 490 alpha. Now, your reload time is faster than the previous tank, but that's where this thing kind of falls short. You'll be able to out-trade people because of your reload. You'll be able to shoot them twice for them being able to shoot you once. So that's where you have to make up that damage difference. And that's why the E100 is kind of considered slightly better because of the ability to have this big gun with the 750 alpha, even though the pin is about the same and the reload's a little bit slower. But if we go in, you can actually load the other one, and even the DPM gun, which is faster firing, has more alpha. Yeah, that's why this thing is preferred in general to the Mouse. It's also a little bit faster as well. Um, and then you're going to have stuff like the 60 TP, the AMX, Object 705. Yeah, look at that. All over 500. So, like the lowest one has 70 more damage than you do. Yeah, you got to make those shots count. We get down to our caliber. Of course, other than when this thing has the bigger gun, everything else has a slightly better gun and can overmatch more stuff than you can. You have to aim a little bit better. Ammo capacity goes up, but honestly, yeah, that's between it and the E100. They're fairly similar. You're going to be able to carry just about as many different types of rounds as you want without a problem. Although I'd probably still take a lot of gold because, as you can see, penetration of 246. Yeah, same gun as the previous one, only 311. So you're going to have problems trying to go through the front of an AMX M454. The Chieftain turrets, yeah, you definitely have to pick shots well. Aim time, right at 2 seconds. This is what I'm looking for every tank I play. This makes this thing very playable. It zooms in, or the reticle shrinks pretty fast, so that definitely helps. And 0.35 accuracy, pretty good. Not great for sniping long range, but you'll be able to keep it on target and at least hit the tank if you don't pin them. Gun depression, 8 degrees, very similar to the previous one, about as good as everyone else here. and gun elevation better than everyone else. So definitely can take advantage of that when playing on something like mines where you're shooting up at the tanks on the hill. We get down to our speed. Yeah, this is where this tank really falls short compared to everything else. 20, and due to the power to weight ratio, your actual speed's very slow. Over soft ground going uphill, you're going like 2 miles per hour or kilometers per hour. It is horrible. You have to have someone pushing you for sure. This thing loves flat ground. And that is another reason why the E100 is preferred, because 10 miles per hour, definitely noticeable. In fact, this gives you an extra 5 miles per hour on hard and an extra 6 on medium. So that's why this E100 is preferred, because of the power to weight ratios are being very similar. It still has a little bit better speed and better DPM compared to the mouse. Then we get down to our armor. So the armor, it's the way it's angled is what makes this thing good. Your side armor, much better than everybody else here. But of course, if you get to the AMX M4, the armor in the front, which these things just angle slightly, pointed straight at you, you're not going to go through them. Not even in the hull. I know it says 220, but trust me, you're going to have problems with these things. Track armor, once again, better than everybody else, so you take a couple rounds, maybe 3 rounds, depending on what type of tank you're fighting, before your tracks go down. So that is definitely very useful. And health, look at that, 3,000 health. That is awesome. Highest, at least out of the tech tree tanks that are here. And then we get down to our view range, once again, 400, so better than everyone else. Like, let's see how high we can get that health. So if we do this, I want to say there's not any. Oh, there is. So we go to the improved hardening. You're definitely going to want probably vents on this or a rammer. You probably go with the rammer. Yeah, let's go with the rammer. And then the other thing, you're going to have a turbo. Although I guess we could go with the improved versions, couldn't we? Alright, so let's see what that does for us. So that gets our reload time down to 11. So it's actually faster than the stock E100, so that kind of helps quite a bit. And then our speed up to 25 and 18 in reverse. So relative speed's a little bit better. But yeah, let's look at that HP pool. 3,380. That's right. You can take a full extra shot compared to everything else, if not 2 shots, before you go down. So that's where this thing really shines, is that huge HP pool and the decent armor as long as you're side scraping properly. Let's go ahead and get over to the gameplay. So we're going to be watching Ushaka 222 from the BIA clan, although that is anonymized, so I don't know if that is. Oh, okay, so that is their real name. And yeah, look at that. They're running that Bond Turbo, the hardening, and the Bounty Ram, like I said, or no, Bond Rammer Bounty Turbo. And they're running yeah, the Rammer Directive as well. Food. Wow. Yeah, they're really going for it with this thing. And they've got that really cool 3D skin with the anti-aircraft gun on top. The quad, I think it's a quad 50? Although that does give away your position quite often. Oh, and the snowmobile in the back. I love the detail on these 3D camos. Alright, so I guess they're doing, what, a defense? Yeah, they're doing a defense. So I've not watched this yet. So we got 705A, the new 263, or 283, I mean. Alright, so he's already said he's going to move to F2, so he's going to go up there with the 705A and try to hold that corner. Basically, that is exactly what you do on this map, because the ability for the enemy to take the hill over at F0 in this mode, the heavies cannot play up on or down in the JK line at all. They have to play over here. Basically leave it up to the TDs and the sniper heavies, sniper mediums, that is. Found quite a few guys. There's the E100 on the other side. Alright, let me go ahead and switch this real quick. Alright, so he's going to try to get a shot in at the E100. Trying to angle himself here, it looks like. Yeah, he tried to snap that shot in there. That wasn't going to go all that way. Oh, 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 here's T95. Oh, he's getting a little bit of lag there, though. Boom. Nice. Did some damage to that track, so next shot that hits will track the T95. Oh, here's T95 again. Not going to get a chance. Oh, they found the leopard up in the bush behind the T95. Leopard again. Leopard actually does have enough to go through if he's not angled quite right. As you can see here, he's angling his turret to try to bounce shots, and then he's going to aim back at him again. That's all this tank's about, just like the previous two tanks. Angling your turret so that you don't get pinned. Alright, looks like he's going to try to come over here and help hold the heavies back now. If that went through, I think, yep, it blocked. Did get tracked. The other mouse is going to move up to help. But see, he's holding his right mouse button to keep his turret from turning. He's trying to bait a shot from the E100 so he can try to shoot him back. There's T95, yeah. He's doing it perfectly. This is what you've got to do with this tank. You got to angle. Oh, got lucky there that neither one of them pinned him. Because they could definitely, when his turret flipped around, they could have gone through the front of it. I don't know why he's trying to hit the cupola. He should be able to go through the cheek. Trying to bait a shot and then get set up to shoot them. Ooh, there goes one of his allies. So the C-100 is not falling for it. You see that? He lets go of the right mouse button, fires as soon as it gets in, then turns his turret again. Perfect. Perfect play. Nice. 705 extended a little bit too far forward, and he punished him for it. 10. Surprised he didn't pin that. It must have hit a little bit higher than where he was aiming. The T10 armor is pretty weak. Although it is one of my favorites. That's the one that leads up to the 277. It's super fast. It's basically a medium with light heavy armor, I'll say. Can't really play against the other heavies. You really have to play against them. It looks like, yeah, he pinned that shot. I don't know, that was against 60 feet. I don't know if he pinned this shot. I think it did miss. There you go. 705 got himself angled wrong and is paying the price. Come on, somebody. Okay, here comes the AMX trying to get him from the side. Yep. I have to come back here. He repaired his turret. Did you kill? Oh! I think that was a slight. No, that was a pretty good roll. It was actually a high roll. Oh, oh, oh. Careful, careful. Got lucky that 430 didn't pin him. See, that didn't actually do any damage. That just tracked him. Tried to finish off this guy here. Oh, nice round there. And that's why this thing is such a beast. It's just the way the armor is angled. Just blocks so much. I mean, he's already up to 2,800 damage and blocked 5,000. That's what this thing's about. Yep, right through the middle. See, that's what I was talking about. That T10 can't really compete with heavies. The armor is just not quite there. Keep that round into his... Ah. That was just a... Oh, that was a high roll again, but just didn't do quite enough damage. Oh, didn't reload in time. Alright, someone needs to get that T10 and the AMX out of the game. If they can get those out of the game, they're doing pretty... You know, they're not doing all that well. They're down 4 tanks. Oh, AMX. Oh, see, I would have tried... I know he's trying to probably go for max damage, but I would have tried to take out that AMX. Better to get a gun out of the game than to try to get max damage. In general. Oh, here comes T10. Oh, maybe not. Gotta be careful about that 430. He's hunting him for sure. Alright, well there goes another one. So now they're evening it up a little bit, but they're still down quite a bit. Oh, and there's 60 TP. And there, he finished him off. The 60 TP has a little bit longer reload, so he should be safe to pull all the way back around. Alright, so they pretty much nailed down this side. Now they're within 2 tanks. Oh, make that 3. Oh, but here comes the leopard. Try to get shot in. He's just gotta be careful not to back up too far and get shot by that 60. Nice. 54 thinking some work. Okay, so now it's down to, yeah. They gonna be able to pull this off? Got 2 minutes. He might be able to wait him out if they can get a reset or two. Got lucky and his track ate the round there. Now it's just him, the T-54. Oh, there's the T-10. Boom, snapshot, and gone. Okay. So now they are just waiting on... They're not capping. They should start capping. Oh, there's a good round into him. Blocks another round. 7,000 blocked. Oh, Goonspanzer. Yeah, he's got to push around to try to not get shot in the back and hopefully bounce a few rounds. 430 down. He's going to try to fight the Goonspanzer because the 60 TP is going to have a rough time trying to get back and around. Try to cap out, so... Oh, nice. Yeah, you're not going to go through the upper plate, that guy. Trying to ram him, good job. Try to track him so he can't get to his side or rear. And boom, nice. 7,000 damage. 8,000, almost 9,000 blocked. Trying to get his, trying to get that mission done. He's pretty close. He probably has to block right at 9,000 maybe? Maybe 10? Oh, oh. Oh, he has to block 10,000, so he's got to eat one more round. Come on, do you think he's going to get it? Inspector shoots him in the back. As long as the 54 can stay alive, they should have this one. 12 seconds, he's going to turn. Oh, and the 60 TP finally finishes him off, but they're not going to finish off the T-54. He did well enough to hold off all those tanks on that side along with his allies, win the game. Go ahead and take a look at the end game stats real quick. Alright, so let's see. 95, 90 blocked. Wow, that is almost a record. I've never seen someone block quite that much before. And almost 9,000 damage, 4 kills. Yeah, that's how you do it. High caliber, ace tanker, duelist, cruiser, fighter, and fire for effect. Let's see how he did compared to the rest of his team. And of course, he is top for damage. In fact, he has almost 3 times more damage than the next person in line. Double the damage of the top person on the enemy team. Wow, that's how you play this tank for sure. Definitely an amazing, amazing game. Now, if there's any other tanks you want to see next, just leave that in the comments of the most current Tech Tree Tanks video. Now we'll get to it. I record about 3 at a time, so it'll be within the next week or so. But that's going to be it for me today. This is Meridian Gaming, and I'll see you on the battlefield.